Okay, ma. Good morning to one and all, ma. Our continuation topic that is nothing but cloud infrastructure security. Now we are discussed the second level that is nothing but a host level. We are studying the cloud infrastructure security. In previous class, we discussed what is the cloud infrastructure security and what is a network level, and we seen the four significant risk factors in this use case of network layer. What are the four significant risk factors? We are study about in previous video. Now we can study about the host level in cloud infrastructure security. Today we are discussing the hostel level. Hostel level we are using to make sure that the availability of internet facing resources. Okay, this is the fourth risk factor of network level, ma. Okay, now we are studying about hostel level. In the sense, hostel level in the sense, here we can bring a new operational challenges, ma. We are bring new operational challenges from a security management perspective. The dynamic nature is nothing but elasticity. The dynamic nature, elasticity of cloud computing. We are accessing and managing the applications via internet with the help of cloud. It can bring a new operational challenges from a security management perspective. So the new operational model, what it motivates the rapid provisioning and fleeting instances of virtual missions. So we are managing the vulnerabilities and patches is therefore much harder than just running a scan. Okay, what I mean to say in the sense here, the fact that a cloud it should be a harness power of thousands of compute nodes. Okay, so we are combined with the homogeneity of the operating system employed by host. It means that the threats can be amplified quickly and easily. We are studying about the host level. It can bring the new operational challenges from a security management perspective. The dynamic nature is nothing but elasticity of a cloud computing. We are using some managing some vulnerabilities and patches is therefore some much harder than of just running a scan. As the rate of change, ma, it is much higher than in traditional data centers, is nothing but a clouds. Okay, we are studying about here. There are some deliberate attacks. So many attacks will be there in our cloud concept. Attacks, denial of service and distributed denial of service. These attacks will be there to consume what we have to consume there, available resources to consume in an target. Okay, there are deliberate attacks as well, although a prefix hijacking due to deliberate attacks is far less common than misconfigurations. It still occurs and can block access to a data. So according to the same study presented to the Nanong, attacks occur fewer than 100 times per month. Okay, what I meant to say in the sense, there are some attacks, deliberate attacks as well we follow. Although here a prefix hijacking due to this deliberate attacks is for, we are taking some less common than misconfigurations. It still occurs. We can block the access to the data. We are accessing the data, we can block. It still occur according to the same study we are presented to the Nanong. And attacks occur fewer, in the sense lesser than 100 times per month. Although we can study about the prefix hijacking due to the deliberate attacks are not new attacks, so that attack figure will certainly rises, and probably it should be significant along with a rise in cloud computing. Okay, So we are delivering the services, okay, for the cloud service providers. Okay, so here we can study about the domain name system attack also, DNS. It's on one more another example of that particular problem solution. These are associated with that the third risk factor. In fact, we have studied about there are several forms of domain name system attacks. To worry about these with regard to the cloud computing, although a domain name system attacks are not new. Okay, these are not new, these are not directly related to the use of a cloud computing, and the issue with a domain name system and a cloud computing is an increase in an organization purposes risks at the network level. So because of increased external domain name system querying, we are using some in generally we are using some software as a service and platform as a service, like host securities, in generally we can say cloud service providers do not publicly share information. What we meant to say, cloud service providers do not publicly share information related to their host platforms. So the host operating system and the processes that are in place to secure the host. Okay, we want to secure this host operating system and the processes, since the hackers can exploit that information. Since the hackers can exploit that information when they are trying to intrude into the cloud service. Okay, this is the main concept of host level. We are studying software as a service and platform as a service, host security, and we are studying the one more concept also here, infrastructure as a service, host security. Unlike we seen platform as a service and software as a service, we are seeing here the IaaS host security, infrastructure as a security. Customers are primarily responsible for securing the host. What we are securing there, the host operating system and the processes, we are securing. The customers are primarily or startingly a responsibility for the securing the host provisioned in the cloud. A cloud is nothing but we are a widely distributed network. Okay, it is a computing power and it is a storage purpose we are using. Given that almost all infrastructure as a services available today, all infrastructure as a services available today employ virtualization at the host layer and host security in infrastructure as a service should be categorized. We are categorized 3 important key points we are studying here. The first one is nothing but virtualization software security. In the sense, in software layer that sits on a top of bare metal, and it provides the customers the ability to create and destroy the virtual instances. What I meant to say, here in infrastructure as a service, the host security should be categorized 3 main key points. In first one, that is nothing but virtualization software security. In that one, the software layer that sits on top of bare metal, and it provides the customers the ability to create and destroy the virtual instances. Okay, here we seen the one more key point here, the virtualization at the host level. It can be accomplished by using any of virtualization models, including operating system level virtualization, and a para virtualization. What I meant to say, virtualization at the host level, it can be accomplished by using any of the virtualization models, it including like operating system level virtualization and para virtualization. And now we are studying the third key point of a host level, that is nothing but customer guest. In the sense, virtual machine is also known as, we can call it as a guest, customer guest operating system, or we can say one more name, virtual server security. Virtual server security. What the main intention of this key point, in the sense, the virtual instance of an operating system that is provisioned on top of the virtualization layer, and it is very visible to the customers from the internet. Okay, what I meant to say, in the sense, the virtual instance of an operating system that is provisioned on top of the virtualization layer. It is provisioned on the top of the virtualization layer and it is visible to the customers from the internet. For example, Linux, Microsoft, and Solaris. Okay, now the main essence of this, customers have full access to the virtual servers. Customers have full access. Customers must, the vendors have full access to the virtual servers. This is the main key concept of host level. In further video we can discuss the application level. What is the application level, what does it mean exactly, what we are providing the cloud services in application layer. Okay, up to now, thank you, ma.